Hi everyone, it's Susan Knowles with SusanKnowles.com. I wanted to talk to you just for a few minutes about the events of last week. As you may recall, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was invited to speak in front of Congress at the behest of House Speaker John Boehner and without the blessing of our dear President Barack Obama. That caused a real hullabaloo, as you may remember, and in fact 58 members of Congress and the President did a sit out of the speech. But what struck me was that everybody was so happy the day of the speech. Everybody lined up down the aisleway so when the Prime Minister came by they could shake his hand. And everybody was there in anticipation early so that the camera angles on them could be really good. And everybody would make sure that they would be seen. In fact, during the entire speech, we had many Democrats, probably everybody in the chamber and everybody on the Republican side standing up and cheering, "Oh my gosh, this is just so wonderful." We even had Nancy Pelosi standing up cheering when the camera was on her. "Oh wow, this is great." And there was only one time when she heard something that she didn't like, or for whatever reason, she turned around and started talking to the guy behind her. And that was all she wrote. After the speech was over, the political party faces came off, and that's when the gloves from the progressive left came on, and everybody started talking about how horrible Netanyahu was. This is the progressive left, of course. They demonized him, they vilified him, and this went on in the news all day long. Are you as tired of that as I am? I want to talk to you about what I call the political machine. And that political machine is something that the progressive left oils on a daily basis, and they do it really well. I've had a lot of conservatives talk to me and tell me that we need to have arguments and discussions with the progressive left so that we can show the people how horrible they really are. We spend all of our time in this political machine of theirs contradicting who they are. Ends up, what happens is that we tell people who we are not. We don't tell people who we are. And essentially, we don't get our message out. We're always fighting that political machine. And it's something that they want us to do. You know, we always think that we're kind of like the spectators who are sitting back and watching all this. But let me tell you something that I've discovered. We are the main attraction. They are the spectators. They're watching us to make sure that we react the same way every time. That reaction that they want from us is for us to enter into arguments and discussions. Why? Because that keeps us distracted. In that way, we can't get out our message, and also we can't see what's going on behind the curtain. As we're having this discussion, we know back behind the curtain, President Obama, for example, it's been alleged, has been contracting with businesses so that they will be ready to go as soon as the court lifts the sanctions and lists, not the sanctions, but the order on the illegal amnesty executive order that he has. So, you know, in effect, things are going on behind the scenes we never see because we're so busy chasing and playing around in that political machine. Let's stop. You know, I keep reporting on what the left does, and we do need to do that. But what we need to spend more time on is telling people who we are, getting our message out there, becoming active. I hope that you will do that. I hope that you will join me in doing that and change our course. Let's not tell people who we are not. Let's tell people who we are, and let's show them who we are. Please go to my website at SusanKnowles.com, read my articles, join me, comment, email me at Susan@SusanKnowles.com. That's Susan@SusanKnowles.com. And don't forget to listen to my radio show each Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. And that's when I have great conservatives on who are getting the message out. So please join me. Take care.